What's going on, guys? My name's Simon. Welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever. Today we are going to be doing a free play game rather than the campaign mode. I have decided to load up this map here. I don't know the seed, but whatever the case may be, we are just, well, I'm just taking a look around at the minute to see what's going on. I don't need hints, game, thank you very much. I'm seeing some nice industrial triangles here. It's a nice one there. Fuel, though, that's going to be a bit of an issue. Yeah, there's no fuel there. Eastham has a nice triangle. Well, that's not really a triangle there. And it also has a nice triangle there. Not that that's a triangle either. But you get me. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start off in Eastham. Try and grow this. I'll just give you a general overview of the map. You can pause it at any interval you would like, just to take a look. But there you have it. Sevenoaks there, lovely place. South Sea, nowhere near the sea. Pershore, never heard of it. Daventry, I've definitely heard of that. High Wycombe, my mum used to live there. Milton Keynes, very close to where I'm from. Well, not technically. But Croydon, don't know why they put that in the game, but Croydon is there in case you want to grow Croydon. No one wants to grow Croydon, but let's be honest. You can do it if you want. Farringdon as well. Farringdon Cross. I think that's a tube station in London. But anyway, yes, we're going to start off here at Eastham. I've got the game paused. And we are on the 1st of January 1860. You can see it, but I can't, because I have loads of recording symbols in the way. So anyway, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to build a train line from this Somerton Farm, number 2, to the food processing plant, and then we're going to bring it round to here, and we will probably use the same line for the oil run. We'll take the crude oil all the way around to there, and then bring the oil to there, and then bring the fuel in to Eastham. Now, let's just take a quick look. I'm not interested in the forest. Let's take a quick look at where the fuel and whatnot is needed. So, fuel is needed there, bread is needed there. Okay then, that is absolutely fine. So we can probably get away with putting a train station over here, and then we can probably truck it in. That would be the best option, I would say. So let's do exactly that. We'll place it in this direction in case we want to extend the line out. But anyways, there we go. Just put it down like that, and now we can probably get away with bringing it round to there, and then up to there, and all the way around. So, let's do exactly that. We can probably just get rid of this road temporarily. They're going to complain because it's the main connection. Not that I care at all, because I'm a rebel. Let's put down a cargo train station here, and also get rid of this. This road here can go bye-bye. We'll put a train station down here. It probably doesn't need to be this long, but we can always put bigger trains on it in future, which will be good and handy. This is actually quite a long run. The year is 1860, so we don't have particularly fast trains, which is a bit unfortunate, but whatever. It'll be fine. So, we can't really do anything there, so the best option would be to just... Somerton wants food as well, so that would probably be quite nice, bringing food into there. That could be a good prospect to grow that. So we'll put a cargo train station down here, connect these up, and we can always possibly extend that into a passenger line, put a train station down here. So, fuel runs are very, very lucrative. So what we're going to do is start off with a fuel run, because that'll be making profit more or less instantaneously. However, this isn't the best industrial triangle that I've ever seen, because we need to take crude oil from there, bring it here to be refined, and then we need to bring it here to make it into fuel. However, the ratio, if we look here, 2 crude to 1 refined. So that means we're going to have, well, from my experience, it's better to have a designated train going from there to there, and then another train going from here to there, and then into Eastham. So that is what we're going to have to do. Unfortunately, that's quite a long distance, so we're probably going to have to put a few trains on that to make it work. But whatever, it'll be fine. We will make it work. We've got we did have 5 million in the bank. We don't anymore, which is unfortunate, but no one really cares. We are going to have to destroy this junction here because it's in the way, as all junctions seem to be in this game. I don't know why, but they always end up getting in the way of everything. So that is 45 grand on that piece of track alone. It would probably be more if we didn't get rid of the road. Even though the town council are still complaining about it, we could stick a piece of track down like this, and then we can probably go across like this, I would imagine. Drawing a long line of track like this puts it in a very straight line, just to let you know. A very level track, I should say, but it does get very expensive very quickly. So if you do it in short bursts, it will be more expensive in the long run, but it will go more with the train, and so you won't have to pay for costs with terraforming. So now we have nearly everything that we need. Oh, and my keyboard's messed up again, so I'm just going to have to... The keyboard sometimes does that. It just gets stuck going in one direction. You just have to absolutely smash WASD until it decides that it isn't actually supposed to do whatever it's trying to do. That's not the correct road, so we'll go with that one instead. We can attach that to there, so it now has a connection. And we'll put that into there. It'll also be handy if we just went across like this to connect it. This is a fuel run, so where is the fuel needed? Fuel is needed here, but it's probably best if we have, where is the residential area is there. Okay, so we kind of want to avoid having trucks going through that area. So this gets coverage of absolutely everything, which is marvellous. Well, all of the fuel areas anyway. So we're going to put that... Which direction is this going? We're going to put that there. And we also need a truck station for everything to be offloaded to, which we will put just there. And that is absolutely marvellous. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a line there. Thankfully, that doesn't really touch the residential areas. We're going to call this road. This is Eastham, isn't it? Eastham. No, that's East Aham. Eastham. What's this? This is the fuel trucks. Fuel trucks. Lovely stuff. Now, what we need to do is create a line going between there and there. This is going to be train. East. What's this? Financial position. I don't really care about it. You've just ruined my name creating. East Ham. Crude trains. That's crude trains, Simon, not crude. So there we go. There we go. Stick an R in there. Now we'll create a new line going from there to there to there, and we'll call this Trains East Ham. No, I cannot spell for some reason. East Ham Fuel Trains. There we go, lovely stuff. Now, I've completely forgotten, but we do need a train depot to build trains, buy and sell trains, whatever you want to say. And we also probably could do with adding some passing loops onto this train line as well, so the trains can pass without us having to double track the entire way. Because, as you might have guessed, at this stage we are quite poor. 5 million really isn't a lot. But oil runs are extremely lucrative, and trains are the name of the game in this game. It should basically be called Train Sport Fever, because that is all it is. Now, the town councils are still complaining, so we are going to have to upgrade. Well, we're going to have to reconnect this anyways. 45 grand, I reckon I could probably do it cheaper. So, 43, yeah, whatever, it'll be fine. It's a grand less. Stick that to there, and that to there, that'll be fine. And now they're all happy. Lovely stuff. So, we could probably start up a passenger connection between these two as well. But we don't really have the funds to do that. And we could probably do with some passing loops. So we're going to have even less funds. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to say a passing loop just here, which we shall build. There we go. It's getting very expensive with the terraforming costs. Then we can build another one here. This probably won't be the most efficient line, but it'll do. So, folks, I have just finished creating this line here. I have, I've made some passing loops. So, this track here, I have made a bypass for this station, so it won't get held up if there is a train here trying to pick up the oil. Speaking of which, we do need to create a little road just to make sure this has catchment, which it now does. Does this station have catchment? Yes, it does. And this station also has catchment. Well, that's brilliant. So, I have created a bypass here for the fuel train, so it can bypass this station if there's any trains in there. Created a passing loop here, another passing loop here, and then the fuel train can stop here, pick up the fuel, while the oil train bypasses on this line here. What else is it going to do? Well, that's about it, pretty much. So, I think the only thing left to do is to buy some trains. So, Steam, this is the only one we have so far. It is a very, very basic train, and we need some tank cars. Well, we're going to add some of these. That's 15 capacity. That's not going to be great, but it will hopefully do. So, we're going to send one of those to the crude line. Can we get away with another one? I think we can, so we'll send that one to the crude line as well. And we will send this one to the fuel line. There we go. We only have 500 grand left. Just about. So, now this should all hopefully be working. Hopefully. We also need a road depot, because the whole thing will only work if there is a complete circuit and a complete way of getting the products to the destination. Thus, we need a cargo horse to take everything from the station to the truck unload point. Now, it is just a matter of waiting. We can see there is already crude appearing here. This is going to be pumping everything out at its maximum rate, which is absolutely overwhelming. You'd need probably about 50 of these in order to service that and to stop that from overflowing, which is nigh on impossible, but whatever. We'll add some two-way signals here just to keep everything flowing nicely. And now this train can pull out, and when he's past there, this train will also pull out. Oh no, he's going anyway. Well, fair play. Oh yeah, he's going that way. Well, that's fine. The game is on slightly fast-forwarded speed because these are so damn slow. It's unbelievable. Let's just play it in normal speed, and you can see what I mean. You are stopped. Why are you stopped? Ah, that is why you're stopped. For some bizarre reason. Okay, yeah, I've missignaled this ever so slightly. So, we just need something to break that up there. And now he's gone. Right. Well, I will hopefully see you when this is making a little bit of money. When these have got on their way. See, he's only at 24 kilometers an hour when he's got a 40 kilometer an hour top speed. This is just dreadful. We might go bankrupt. We might go bankrupt. I think I'm going to have to find another way of making money, because this is going to be making substantial losses for the first while. So, yeah. So, folks, I've just made a few adjustments to the lines. If you look here, the crude trains are, rather than going from Newent to Somerton and then back, they are now going via Newent North, because it's better for them to make money going that way by delivering crude, and then to make money going between these two, delivering refined oil. And then they go back to here. All right, they don't make money on that leg, but it's a lot better to make money on that leg and not that leg than just to not make money at all. And then the fuel train, now it just goes between these two, taking fuel to Eastham. Now, here, we don't have anything going on right now, but that should change pretty soon, because we have fuel awaiting here. This dude has got nothing, but that's fine. We do have some fuel waiting just here. 5 fuel, which is decent enough. You are full. See, these are making a small bit of money. 22 grand, alright, it's not much, but the amount of money, if I just speed up the game, you'll see here in a second, the amount of money that these trains make from even just delivering 15 crude oil is absolutely extortionate. Now, we are in a slight bit of debt. We are negative of 60 grand, but that should be okay. Once this line gets up and running, it will be making extortionate amounts of money. Trust me. Trust me on that one. We are 5 million in debt with loans, but that is okay, because that's how you start. This is on medium difficulty, so you start off with 5 million in loans. You can take out a maximum of 10 million at the start of the game. See, that was 143 grand just there. Okay, that is absolutely unbelievable. Now, what's going on here? Let's just put the game onto double speed. See, even now we are, well, we're still in red, but it's only 15 grand. 15 grand in this game is basically nothing. So, when we start making a bit of money on this line, we can probably go and right, okay, this has got some problems going on, because it should be spitting oil out onto the platform. Somerton, what's the settings here? No, we want you to unload oil and load fuel. There we go. So that should now start spitting, not fuel, refined oil onto the platform. Now it recognises that Somerton, everything is supposed to be unloaded, and then oil is supposed to be loaded, refined oil, rather than crude. So that should now start working. Of course it won't, because it's only got one stored and the ratio is 2 to 1. So we're going to have to wait for another train. Oh crikey, that's not a good figure, is it? Right. Well, I think, and that's a dangerous thing, me thinking, I think that this should start making a bit of money now, because there is fuel there. Okay, it's only going to be a third of the load it's capable of, but it should work. I'm going to take out an extra million in loans, borrow an extra million, so we should now be able to afford another train. Steam that, and one of these. There we go, 15 capacity, and we're going to send this to the crude line. There we have it. Lovely stuff. This should start well, it's going to be making a loss initially, as does everything in this game, but hopefully it will improve the efficiency. You are making money. You are losing a huge amount of money. And you are full, but you're being held up. Well, that's not great. You have now got 5 on board. Oh, look, we now got a Borsig. As soon as we buy that new train, we unlock the Borsig. Well, isn't that lovely? I think a surefire way of making profit, well, it usually is in the game, the best way to start is with a passenger line, because that is transporting people in both directions and thus making money in both directions. So, let's see if we can't find two towns that are very close together where it would be cheap to build a passenger line. We've got Burnham on Crouch. That's a funny name. Southsea and Pershaw, they're quite close together. Daventry and Milton Keynes, we could set up a train link there. Bood is not really doing much. Prudhoe, that's doing absolutely nothing. Oh crikey. Farringdon is not really close to anything. We could set up a link between there and Croydon, not that that would do too much. But I think because we already have some infrastructure there, it would be best. See, we are making a profit, I think, with these. You're making a loss. In fact, let's just look at here. Okay, everything is making a loss. Well, that's not great. But it will get better. Trust me when I say that, it will get better. Just about. Slightly. Ever so slightly. I think most of that loss is coming from, well, the slowness of the trains, to be honest with you. I think the best move would probably be to upgrade them to Borsigs, but then again, we don't really have the money to do that. I think, while we are still capable of saving the situation, we should take out a small loan of $1 million and build a passenger station here. Cargo terminus, no. A passenger terminus would probably be wise. We're not really going to go anywhere else other than Somerton. So we can build a passenger terminus. Let's just take a little look at where the passengers are. Okay, well, we're going to build it out here because emissions are a big thing in the game and they can hinder a city's growth if the emissions are too high. So what we're going to do is, well, first of all, we need to take out the loan. So let's borrow 8.5, we'll call it 9 million. And now we can build this train station here. We'll make it very short because it doesn't need to be huge. That's probably something I could have cheaped out on there, building those train stations a lot shorter. We can just stick that down there. And we can edit this to make it a passenger station as well. So, configure. Let's go platform. Well, tracks would probably be best. Stick some tracks down there. Platforms. A passenger platform is in order. Passenger buildings, we need one of those. Let's just go with that one because it's cheap. And now that is a passenger station. So, what do we need? Well, we need to track it up, which means we need some tracks. We will just attach that to there. Nice and simple. There we have it. And now we need passing loops. So we can probably fit a passing loop in here. There we go, nice and easy. And in. And a passing loop here would probably be in order as well. So there we have it. And there. There we go. Lovely stuff. So we can now set this to one way there and one way going that way. One way going that way and one way going back the opposite way. And then continue it on there, there, there and there. And that's all we can really do. So we'll put some two-way signals going in there. Right, is this going to work? So we're going that way with the passenger train and we then break off into this direction. We can then carry on this way. There's no passing loops here. We could do with the passing loop to just get out the way of the fuel train. So we can build that there. And then, that's going to be a bit iffy. We can destroy this. Build a line there. We'll make this fairly short if we can. There we go. we should have enough for possibly a Borsig train, which would be nice. Signals. What do we need? Well, one there. One there. It can be two-way for now. It doesn't really matter. One there as well. And one there. There we go. Lovely stuff. Right. Now we need a train line. From there to there. I'm saying there a lot in this episode. I've just realised that. So train... East Ham to... where's that? That is Newent. Newent passengers. Right, and now we will put a train on that. What train can we afford? We could probably get away with the Borsig. But then again, are we really going to need it? Is it, is it that useful? Probably not. Can we afford it? Probably not. We'll get rid of that. So we now have a capacity of... actually, no, we can stick another one on there. And then we can send this to the passenger line. Lovely stuff. Oh, we also need... Nearly forgot. We also need a bus stop. Well, a bus line, really. So we can go with that. And then there as well. Now, let's create the bus line here to get passengers to the station. Go from there to there to there. And we can call this Road East Ham buses. And then we need another line up here, but we need the infrastructure first. So I've now set up a bus line here, and we've got a bus going on there, and then a bus line around Newent, and we've got a bus on that line as well. So this should start bringing in some passengers quite soon. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to repay some of this loan just to prevent ourselves from paying any more interest than we have to. So if we look here, all of our lines are losing money, but that's not too... Well, we shouldn't really be worrying about that because that's what we can do. Oh my goodness me, this crude train is making a small amount of money. Well, I think if we put another train on there... Well, actually, we've got 3 trains on there already, so we've got really very little excuse to lose money. But we are losing money, so this... Well, it's pumping oil out onto there, so this should be making money in both directions. Sometimes, because these trains are so slow, they pick up oil there, and then they take so long to get to here that the running costs involved are nearly as much as the profit gained from getting there. So sometimes it's nearly better to spend a load of money getting more trains on there, because then you have more profit, and the running costs are, well, the running costs are the same, but you have more oil getting there and more trains and stuff. So, yeah, you've got a full load of oil, as do you. Right, so we really have very little excuse to lose money. The fuel trains, what's going on with you? You, my friend, are, well, you've got 5 fuel. And where are you? Let's just take a look. You are there. Right. And you're losing a huge amount of money. Right. Well, I'm not quite sure what to do with you, but I have been recording for quite a while now, so I am going to leave this video here for today. If you did enjoy, then please do leave a like, and feel free to subscribe. Come back next time to see if we can salvage this situation from the depths of debt, and maybe get a successful passenger run going between Newent and East Ham. So tune in next time to see all of that banter. But anyways, apart from that, my name's been Simon, and I'll see you guys in the next video.